Right, you hear my screen? Right, namaste everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you this Sunday. As you know, my name is Ashutosh, and we meet every Sunday 8 a.m. US Pacific time, which is time on the west coast of the US, to learn about the Hindi language. For those of you who are new to Hindi University, you can learn more about us by going to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Hindi University. You can also go to our website, which is hindiuniversity.org, and find out all about how you can join the Sunday classes and several practice sessions that we have throughout the week. If you are completely new to HU, you can just a little bit of information for you to get familiar with. And in case if you want to join the Sunday classes, all you need is the willingness to learn, and feeling comfortable that you can make mistakes, and you can use the Zoom link to join the Sunday classes. If you miss any of the previous classes, you can watch the recording on our YouTube channel, and you can use this link to join the WhatsApp community that we have. We just ask you basic questions just to make sure you are a genuine, sincere learner, and then we'll onboard you into the Discord channel as well as the private WhatsApp group that we have. Okay. With that being said, as you know, this year we've been following two books, Pingu and Hindi, which is the book by Hindi University, and the second one is the Primer of Modern Standard Hindi by Professor Michael Shapiro. So far, we've covered about 9 chapters of Professor Michael Shapiro book. So I'm trying to follow the same sequence that Professor Shapiro has used, just to really see how it sort of influences the Hindi learning for all the students. The book has a certain topic which I am sort of skipping, which I think will be slightly appropriate if I were to do it, later on. But by and large, I'm following all the structure as it is. Okay. Examples used mostly are my own, and similarly, the approach is also by the Hindi University only. Okay. With that being said, as you know, in the previous few classes, we covered different kind of tenses in Hindi. We covered the present tense, in which we did the present indefinite and present continuous. We also did the past tense, in which we did the habitual past tense and past continuous. Habitual past tense, like things that you used to do as a habit, like you used to go to school, or I used to play with my friends as a habit. Okay. Then we did the future indefinite tense. Okay, the goal for this class is to continue the journey of past tense, but within the past tense there is a sort of a different layers. So in the previous classes we covered the habitual past tense. In this class we'll do the traditional past indefinite tense. So if I ask you, like, what did you do yesterday, you would say I met my friend, or I went to a restaurant, okay, or I played with my brother, right? Those are all examples of your the past indefinite tense. Okay. What other examples, if I were to, even before I jump into the Hindi aspect of it, if I were to ask you, what did you do yesterday? Just a simple question. I want to see the different responses that I get. So it's an open question to everyone. What did you do yesterday? You can either type it, or you can unmute yourself and share your responses. Feel free to type it, and I'm gonna read it out. And it'll help you, because all the goal is whatever you're gonna say, we'll try to see if we can say it in Hindi after the class. Okay, I went to work, wonderful. I washed my car, wonderful. Who else? I went to an art gallery, very neat. Let's give some more time. Okay, I went to a dance, beautiful. Okay, anyone else?
I watched a film.
You watched a film. Very good. Okay, I watched a film. Wonderful. Who else? I went to market. Beautiful. I flew a kite. Beautiful. It's a kite season. Even I see a lot of people. I went to a market. I read a book. Okay. I made a pancake. Wonderful. Okay. So I want all of you to read the responses that you got from everyone. Okay. Do you see a pattern? Okay. And I'm going to show it in the next slide as well. But even if you see the responses that you're getting from everyone, hopefully you will see a pattern. First one is I went to work. Similarly, there is I went to an art gallery. I went to a dance. Okay. I went to market. Okay. And then the other one you will see I read a book. Okay. I made a pancake, or I washed my car, I flew a kite. Okay. Um, let's see how I'm going to show the similar thing that you all have written, but it kind of helps me. Okay, so you will see in the past, and as some of you gave your responses, different kind of sentences. Okay, I made a pancake, or I ate an apple, I drank tea. Okay, so, and this is I mean, I know some of you are already familiar with past indefinite tense, but raise your hand who is learning it for the first time, the past indefinite in Hindi, who may not have gone through any prior sort of lessons. Anyone, help me. You can use the chat, or you can just unmute yourself, or however you're comfortable. Unaji, you've gone through past tense before?
Excuse me? Sorry, I just joined
Yeah,
Namaste.
take your time. If you just joined, I'll let you get
Okay,
comfortable.
thank you very much.
Right. Josh, you familiar with past tense a little bit in Hindi?
Only lessons with you in the past.
Okay, wonderful. You see a pattern. There are two types of sentences I have written. Okay, the left hand side and on the right hand side. A lot of you said, I went to work, I went to market, I went to an art gallery, or I went to a museum. Okay, versus some of people wrote like, I flew a kite. Okay, I ate a banana. Okay, any difference do you see? So when I say I went, we arrived, they slept, he laughed, I cried, she sat. Okay, there are some verbs which are self-explanatory. They describe themselves. Just the subject and the verb itself will convey. The action of the verb doesn't need an object. When you say I ate, you can say I ate, but eating is applied to an object. You eat something. You eat an apple. Okay? When you say I made, you make something. You made a pancake. Right? When you say I slept, okay, yesterday, it doesn't apply to anything. The action of sleeping. You don't sleep something. Right? When you say I laugh, you don't laugh something. Right? Versus when somebody said I read a book, you are reading something. Okay, when you say I gave a gift, you are giving the gift to someone. So there are verbs where the action applies to something or someone, versus there are verbs like to sit, to cry, to laugh, okay, to go, or to went, not to went, to go. In this case the past form is went. Or to arrive, you arrive somewhere, you don't arrive something. Yeah, let me take a pause. Any immediate question you may have. Right now, no concept is being introduced. Right now, just the idea that there are verbs that you will notice which will need an object to to sort of make the complete sense, right? Let me take a pause. Any questions? This is hard, so you have to, unless it's conceptually clear, it'll sort of come back to you. When you make a phone call, you make a phone call to someone, right? So that's also the, to call someone, it's the verb needs an object. Mia, what do you think? Is it clear, or it's, need more help or examples? Miyaji? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Okay, Unaji, now, what do you think?
I think it's clear.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay. So now the next thing. Some action words in Hindi tell a complete story by themselves. As I said, like they don't need to act on something or someone. When you say to sleep, you don't sleep something, right? It just conveys the meaning. Versus to read, you want to say I read a book, okay, or I wrote a book, okay, or even if you say, I lifted, you lift something, yeah. So the verbs on the left hand side, which requires an object to convey the full thing, they are called transitive verb. And the set of verb that you have on the right hand side, which do not need an object, they tell the complete story by themselves, they are called intransitive verb. Okay, if this question comes again in your mind, just think about it again. Like the formula is do I need something or someone, for this verb to make sense? If you don't need it, it's a transitive verb. Okay, if you don't, yeah, if you don't need something, then it's a intransitive. If you need it, then it's a transitive verb. There will be some exceptions later on, or maybe there are some verbs which are both, but don't worry about them right now. Okay. So again, think about things that you do on an everyday basis, like when you wake up, you walk, you laugh, you sleep. They don't need something or someone. Okay, self. They make sense basically as standalone items. Versus things that you do on a daily basis, like to meet or to read. They are incomplete without the object. Okay. Hopefully, it will make more sense as we do more examples. But this is an important concept as far as like the Hindi language learning is concerned. Like in English, it's when you do the past tense, you typically use the second form of the verb, like I played cricket, or I played soccer, or I ate. So it gets easier. In Hindi, you need to know whether it is a transitive verb or an intransitive verb. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. So I gave some examples of Hindi intransitive verbs. Okay. So far when we learned the verb, we just learned them as is in the infinitive form. But now as we sort of make progress, I want to sort of you to rethink about the verbs. Okay. When you arrive or you come to a place, you come somewhere, not something, okay, or someone. So it's an intransitive verb. What is to come in Hindi? Lori ji, unmute yourself. What is to come in Hindi?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, it's okay. Do you know the formula?
No, I forgot that formula too. Sorry.
Okay. कोई बात नहीं, no problem at all. Okay. Sebastian ji, what is to come?
Anna.
Anna, very good, right? This is the word, and this is just like to sort of, we will do how do you say them in past tense, how do you conjugate it in the next subsequent section, but right now just get comfortable. So even if you forgot the verbs, at least it's a good way for you to sort of revise it again, okay? Now remember, Anna, to wake up or to stand. Sharanji, what is to wake up?
To wake up, is that like utna, utana?
Yeah, that's utna is like I woke up, okay, or I wake up is मैं उठता हूँ. If you wake someone up, then it's as you know imply uthana. But this one is uthna. Okay, when you wake someone up, it's the is it an intransitive or transitive?
1 second, let me think. I think when you do the waking up, it's transitive, and when you do it to someone else, or maybe I have that flipped. Now I feel I'm on a spot here, Ashuji.
No. So let me help you. When you're waking someone up, is the action applied to someone or something?
The action is applied to the person that you're waking up.
Yes. So that is you need an object.
So then that's the transitive one.
There you go. When you're waking up yourself, it doesn't apply to something. It's just like you are waking up, right? So that's your intransitive, right?
Yeah.
And that's uthna. Yeah, uthna. Next one, to go, which is very simple. Okay, let's see. Miyaji, what is to go?
Jana.
Very good. Jana. Okay, jana. Remember it? It's gonna be useful when we do the conjugation. So to walk. What is to walk? And if you can hear me, Tran, what is to walk? It's also simple.
Sorry, I do not. Sorry, I do not know. Hindi में walk क्या है?
क्या कहते हैं?
Walk क्या है?
Chalna. Okay, so this is chalna. I think you know it probably
Chalna.
because I put you on the spot, but I'm pretty sure you know this one. Right? Chalna, to walk. Okay, to stop. Sunny ji, to stop.
Rukna.
Very good. Rukna. Okay. To stop is like, you know, when you're stopping yourself, to stop. When you're stopping someone else it's rokna. But rukna is when you're stopping. When you are stopping is rukna. Okay. To stop someone is rokna. To sit, opposite of to stand. Josh, you know this one?
Betana.
Very good. Batna. Right?
Batna.
Batna. Okay, batna. So then again, you don't sit something or you don't sit someone. You sit somewhere, which is sort of, you know, it's your intransitive, right? Batna. To laugh, hopefully should be now it should get easier. Bill, to laugh.
हिंदी में laugh क्या
Yes.
कहूँ?
Hasna. Okay.
हंसना.
Okay.
Vapas. It's the next.
Vapas, okay. Okay, to return. Do you want to do this one? You know this one?
Vatna?
Lotna. Very good. Very good. To return to a place is lotna. Okay. Lotna. Okay. Unaji, to sleep. Should be simple.
I'm not sure. Is it sonana?
No, it's sona. Okay.
Sona. Sona. Okay.
Wonderful. Right. So just take a look at it one more time. I want to make sure everyone remember this list of verbs. They will be useful in the subsequent slide and the story as well, right? So if something is hard, just try to say it a few times so it will become sort of part of your vocabulary. Any questions so far, anyone, before I keep going? Whether it is about, you know, it doesn't make sense, the object part, or what, you know, feel free to unmute and ask any questions.
So what's the difference, Ashu, between Vapas aana and lotna.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
The same thing, but you can convey whether lotna, मैं लौटा, or versus वापस आया. It's the same thing. Right. We'll keep going. If you still have questions later on, feel free to ask them. Okay. Now we'll learn about how to conjugate the verbs in the past tense. So we've learned different conjugations so far. Okay. We learned that like in present indefinite or in past indefinite, you remove the na and you put ta, te, and ti. Okay. We've learned in the continuous, you remove the na and you put raha, rahi, rahe. Okay, in future, you say you remove the na and you just with the verb itself or with the you put unga, ungi, unge. Okay, how does it work in the past tense? Okay, so I try to simplify it for you and I'll write it down as well so we practice it. So I take the verb that I asked, ran, chalna, right? Chalna is to ran, chalna is to.
It's to walk.
Yeah, very good. Right. So now it's like when you say I walk, which is how you say in Hindi, I walk.
मैं चलती हूँ.
Very good. I walk every day would be
हर दिन मैं चलती हूँ.
very good. Beautiful, right? हर दिन मैं हर दिन चलती हूँ और हर दिन मैं चलती हूँ. The order doesn't matter. It will still convey the same meaning. Now, Tran, imagine you have to say I walked, which is in the past. I walked instead of I walk every day. You want to say I walked yesterday. Okay, or I didn't walk yesterday. You want to say something in the past. Okay, the way it works in Hindi is you remove the na, I highlighted in blue, and you put chala for singular masculine. Chala is going by the subject. Okay, if it is a group of masculine plural, you remove the na and you put a, chale. If it is singular girl, you remove the na and you put e, chali. And if it is a group of girls, feminine plural, it's a nasalized chali. Okay, Tran, which one will you pick? If I ask you, I walked yesterday, how will you say that?
कल मैं चली.
Very good. Kal main chali. So you will take this one. Kal main chali. Okay.
Can I have a quick question, Ashutosh?
Yes, please.
Okay, what is the difference between chala and chalta? Say, मैं chalta or ladka chalta.
So लड़का चलता है और लड़का चलता था.
Yeah.
So the good question. So let me do the whiteboarding for it. So the verb is chalna. Okay. So if you remove the na and you put chalta, okay, and if you just keep it like this, it's the imperfective form of the verb. Okay, so if you were to say मैं चलता हूँ, which is I walk, or मैं चलती हूँ, it's you're using it in the present indefinite tense, so it's the imperfective form of the verb. Okay, when you are removing na and you putting chala, it's a different form of the verb. Okay, it really depends on what you want to convey. Okay, if you want to do things which are sort of generally correct, you will use the imperfective form of the verb. Versus that you want to say something that happened yesterday, you will use the chala. Does it help, Sunny or?
I still have a question. For example, kal kya chalata or kal kya chala. I mean, what is the difference when you use those two expressions?
Kal kya
chala ta or kal kya chala?
So do you want to use shala as in which sense you want to use, like what happened yesterday versus who walked yesterday? Kal kya hua? Is that what you want to say? What happened?
No. uh, okay. Okay. You could say hua or chalta ta. It's the same thing, right? What happened yesterday?
What happened yesterday? So I mean, again, you can say kal kya hua. So what the verb I'm trying to use the way I'm trying to use shala is basically it's to walk. If you want to use shala in the context of like what happened, it's you know uh, you will still I think you're trying to use chala in a different context basically, in which doesn't mean to walk, but rather it means like what happened basically. That's what I think I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm trying to understand what is the difference between chala and
Mhm.
chalta.
Um, anyone else able to sort of see what the specifics, like anyone else wants to sort of chime in? Because to me, okay, if you want to, there are the different forms the way you're conjugating it. Like if you want to conjugate it for the present indefinite or past indefinite, you will say chalta. Okay.
Is
Well,
the question about
I've
the difference
had,
between chaltata versus chala, where chaltata is the past indefinite, meaning like I used to or I was doing or walking, versus chala is just like walk. Is that the
Yeah.
question?
yeah, I think that's, and I've had the same confusion because it's very often used as a simple past. If you say chalta ta in colloquial Hindi, people mean it as I walked, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's I used to walk.
That's right. That's right. I mean, Hindi speakers, when they are saying it, like even, when you ask them, they won't really sort of, native speakers will not differentiate between them. They will use them interchangeably, right? Unless they specifically want to say something that you used to do, then they will maybe pay attention. Otherwise, they will use it interchangeably. It's only when you're learning the Hindi as a non-native speaker, you have to sort of differentiate and you have to understand that these are two different sort of paths. Yeah, it'll make more sense for the other form of the verb though, because chalna, I think, because the type of sentence you made, kal kya chala, like, it makes me think that you're thinking of like, like movie chali or like, a different. But let's come back to a different form of the verb or different verb. So again, for masculine singular, you remove the na and you put a. For masculine plural, you remove the na and put a. Feminine singular, e, and feminine plural, e. Okay. Let's take the verb that you all are comfortable with. I do want to practice it. We'll go back to the list that we did previously, but let's play with some verb. Take any. Anushaji, how are you doing?
Yes, namaste. I'm doing fine. Thank
Take
you.
any verb of your choice. Take any, which one, which verb. Take an intransitive verb though.
Okay. Can I take sona?
Yes. How will you tell me all the forms of sona then?
Uh,
Very good verb you took because it's helped me explain the next concept, but keep going.
ladka, like that I should say. Oh, I have to say all the forms. Okay. Sona will be
Right conjugation. Yeah.
soya. It will be
Right.
soya.
Mhm. And then plural.
Plural will be soye.
Mhm.
Soyi.
Mhm.
Soyi.
Very good. Now you are using the year sound. Okay. The verb is sona, and you remove the na, and you put. Why did you help everyone understand the how come did it come naturally to you, the year?
Yeah, it came like that. I don't know.
And anyone else would like to help the group?
I think because sona, the root verb is so.
That's right. So when you remove the na, the base has an vowel, an O sound. O. So whenever that is the case, you add an additional year. So you have a, you just put year next to it. So let me write it again here. So you have a sona, you remove the na, and all the formula that I have here, which is a, and then e, and e, you just put year additionally to that.
Can you show the whiteboard, Ashutosh?
Yes.
Thank you.
So give me 1 minute, I'm going to erase it. So what I wrote here is basically, I'm going to write it a little bit bigger. So you remove the na, the base is so, and what the rules that I have written in the previous slide is a, e, and the e sound with the nasal eyes. Okay, but the root is vowel, so you put additional year next to it. Okay, so when you say ladka soya, ladke soye, ladki soi, and ladkiya soi. Yes, let's take another word. Good job. Let's take
What-
another word because we're practicing more and more. Yes, yeah.
Is this only with O, or would it be the same with other vowels?
Other vowel, there are few vowel sounds. We'll practice it. It'll come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, go ahead.
sorry, I wanted to have the same question. Is it like whenever it's two vowels together, you put the Y in the middle?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
I want to see if it thing becomes, rather than me introducing a rule, it just naturally how it came to Anusha. Maybe Anusha ji came because she is surrounded by some native speakers. So it just naturally clicked without the rule. So my hope is without me introducing a rule, it will just come naturally and it will happen. Right? The lesser rules you know, the better it is because it sticks more. It's very hard to remember the rules and then say it. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ashuji, could you do the same thing with to eat?
Yeah.
Like to
Let's-
eat food, to eat.
Yes.
Can
Yeah,
you
let's-
show us that?
Yeah, why don't we do that? So what is to eat?
Kana.
Yeah, let's do that. So why don't you help me with that, JDG?
Oh, now I have to do it.
That's how it goes.
Okay, so you take off the na, and it's ka,
Very good.
and it becomes kaya, kai, no, kaye, kai, kain.
Yes. The only thing is what kind of verb to eat is. You eat, is it an intransitive verb?
It's transitive.
It's transitive verb. By the way, this is still correct. Okay, this is still correct. The only thing is like if I ask you what did you eat yesterday, okay, you will say
May save, may save kaya.
right. So you are using a postposition, and which we will learn in the next class. Okay, so stay with me there. But his general rule of like, can I use it for khana also? Yes, you can. Okay, let's take some more examples. I want to make sure this conjugation part is clear to everyone. So let's say Anya ji, take any verb of your choice. Transitive verb, intransitive verb if possible. Anya ji. No worries if you need more time. It's totally fine. Marwa ji.
You want me to give a verb, transitive verb?
Say one more time. Say one more time.
you want me to think about any verb or say this?
Take any intransitive verb.
Okay, can I say gabrana? To worry?
Yes.
Gabrana?
What is gabrana?
To worry.
To what?
To worry. To worry.
To worry. Okay. 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 To worry or to get frightened. Okay.
Yes. Gabraya.
Okay. So you
Remove the na and add y, and masculine singular become gabraya. Plural will become gabraye. Gabrayi. Gabrayi.
gabraye.
Gabraye. Gabrayi. Gabrayi.
Beautiful. Okay. And it is it is in intransitive verb as well.
Yes.
So good. Now let's do the same verb that I showed you the list. Okay, I gave you a list originally for the intransitive verb only. Okay, so let's try to practice the 4 forms. You already have the thing in front of you. Let's start with someone who's not had a chance so far. Shriramji, how are you doing?
ठीक ठीक है जी
Okay, so let's do this one. To come is ana.
which one to come
Ana.
uh,
So you have to do all of these.
okay
Okay.
to come okay Anna 1 minute
Let me help you here.
okay मैं आया मैं आई मैं आई and मैं आई.
So the conjugation is all correct. Okay. मैं आया is I came for a guy. मैं आई is I came for a girl. For this one, you will say masculine plural pronoun and feminine plural pronoun. So you can use we, or you can use any group of guys. Okay. So if you want to say we, how would you say that? Hum. Very
Yeah, hum आए
Okay.
hum
And for
आए and hum आई feminine hum आई.
beautiful. Okay. Make sense? Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's do the next one. Next one, to wake up or to stand is uthna. Okay, uthna. Lodi ji, why don't you do this one, uthna?
Sorry, I'm a bit lost.
Okay, so basically, you just have to do these 4 forms. So far, you're following it, right? So you remove the na and you put a next to it for masculine singular. So think of it as uthna. You remove the na and you put a. It becomes
Uta,
beautiful.
Ute,
Okay.
Uti, and Utin.
So utha. One more time. This one.
Ute.
No. A sound.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, well, maybe I mispronounced. Ute,
No,
Ute,
so utha.
is correct?
Uthe. Beautiful. Uthe.
Uthi.
And uthi. Beautiful. You got it. Yeah. Oops. I don't want to give you the answer. Next one. Utha, uthe, uthi, and uthi. Yeah. Let's do next one. Sebastian ji, to go. So this is tricky, to go, and the reason is to go. It's an irregular verb also. Okay. So this one you memorize it right now, just like in English. All of a sudden when you make the past tense of to go, it becomes go, went, and gone. And you have no idea, like generally when you say play, played, and played. But From go to went, there is sort of no connection. In Hindi is similar. Think of it as similar, right? So since Sebastian is intermediate and above, that's why I'm asking him, what is to go, Sebastian ji, in the past?
I think it's Gaia.
Very good.
Gaia. Gaia.
Yeah,
Gaia.
right. So you have to memorize, all of you. The ending is still the same, the R sound, A sound, E and E, but it's Gaya, Gaye, Gai or Gai. Okay. So all of you who said, I went to the museum yesterday, or I went to the market yesterday, okay, or I went to a store, मैं स्टोर गया, ओके, हम स्टोर गए, ओके, मैं मार्केट गई, हम गैलरीज में गई, okay. So this one you have to memorize it initially and it will come naturally afterwards. Any questions on this one? Right. Hopefully it will be easier. Okay. So this one we've done chala, chale, chali, and chali. So we will save time on this one. I'm going to save it for the write-up. Okay. To stop, let's pick up a pace. Sharonji, to stop.
Rukna, so we'll remove the na. We'll end up with ruka, ruke, ruki, or rukin.
The good thing is now all of you have the pattern also in front of you. Jane, you want to try the next one? Batna?
Batha, bate, bati, batin.
Beautiful. Batha, bate, bati, and beti. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's pick up a pace. Michael ji, next one. Hasna.
Hansa, Hanse, Hansi, Hansin.
Okay, let's do Lotna. Bill.
Lata, latte, lati, latin.
Beautiful. Okay, Josh, last one.
Sona, soya, soye, soyi, soyin.
Wonderful. Okay, so this is good. Now we pick up a pace. You have to make simple sentences, very simple sentences. Okay, they went. Una. They went. If you want, I can help you with this. They went.
Ve gaye.
They gaye. Beautiful.
Gaye.
Right? Or if it is a group of girls, they.
Ve gayin.
Beautiful. Okay. Sarah laughed. Sarah laughed. I have it in front of you.
Is it for somebody else or?
No, yeah, somebody else. So I'm gonna-
Okay.
Okay. Anya ji, Sarah laughed.
Sarah हंसे.
Sarah hasi. Beautiful. Okay. Shriram ji, next one for
Yeah.
you. John sat.
Okay. John. John Bete. No, sorry. John Beta.
Beautiful. John Betha. Okay. Because it's the, some of you are relatively new. That's why I have the table. So it's easier for you to. They woke up. Let's see. Marwa, they woke up.
Okay, they uthi.
They uthe. Beautiful. He cried. Someone who's not done it before. No, Sharonji has done. Sharonji, why don't you try it again though? He cried.
He cried, wo soya.
No, cry. Cry is to. I don't
Oh,
have.
to cry. Sorry, to cry. What is to cry?
It's similar to Sona.
Rona, to cry.
Yeah, that's right.
So wo roya.
Beautiful. Wo roya. Or वह Bill? Yeah, you answered
Yeah.
this. We stopped.
Well, I have a question about to laugh.
Which
It
one?
says a question about to laugh. It says hasna, but on the right hand side it says hansa. I thought hansa was a bird.
Which one? Hasa,
It
right?
says hansa, but the original is hasna. So if you
I
drop
see.
the N,
It's a typo. Okay, it's a typo.
typo.
So you looking at the spelling or which one? Hasa?
Well, it should be hassa, right?
Yeah. So it's a way it's Romanagari is written, but you read the Devanagari Hasa. Okay. I think you are saying like it's the nasalized is for this her basically. Okay. We
Okay.
stopped. We stopped. How will you say this one? We stopped this row. Yes, Bill.
Oh, ruka,
But we.
ruke, ruki, rukin.
Yeah. So how will you say the sentence? We stopped would be hum.
Oh, we stop. Hum ruke.
Beautiful. Okay. JDG, you came.
Up. Up I.
Beautiful. Aap aaye. Okay. We are giving a respect here, and that's you're treating it as a plural. So aap aaye. Okay. For example, someone came to your house like आप हमारे घर आए. हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा. We really liked it or we felt good. Yeah. Okay. I know I went a little bit faster, but my homework exercise to all of you is to at least this table you should sort of have it pretty cleared and everyone sort of um, you do some more exercise of this particular table, and if you can do it pretty fast without any help, then you sort of have mastered the conjugation of this. Okay, that's the number one homework exercise. The number two is I have written a short story, and this is completely in the past indefinite intransitive verbs. It's a pretty good one, I would say. So if you ever have any confusion about past tense in the intransitive, even if you read the story or if you memorize the story, it will be very useful for you. You don't have to look at the rules or grammar. It will just come naturally to you, because this is all the sentences are put together into a story, a short story form. Okay, I know it's written in Devanagari, so some of you may not know, so I have opened it up for Romanagari as well. Okay, you learned all these verbs in the class today. So for those of you who are just getting started, I would say just listen to the pronunciation of other people and see if something clicks to you. Okay, so let's start with this one. Anushaji, I want you to read it. I want you to read it very slowly. Okay, and everyone should just listen to what she is saying.
Before that, I have one doubt, Ashuji.
Yeah.
Like, tum aye will come, right? Tum, if you use what will come?
Yeah, so I've not introduced the informal or semi-formal you yet.
Okay, okay. So it will come in. Okay, thank you. कल मेरा दोस्त रवि गांव आया. कल मेरा दोस्त रवि गांव आया. वह सुबह जल्दी उठा और मेरे घर आया. मैं भी बाहर गया
और हम
दोनों
दोनों
1 minute.
जंगल
1 minute. There's some back. I'll give you you will get your turn as well. So give me 1 minute. I'm gonna mute. Yes, continue.
मैं भी बाहर गया और हम दोनों जंगल की ओर चले. वहां एक पक्षी उड़ा और हम रुके। पक्षी बहुत तेज उड़ा, फिर एक पेड़ पर बैठा। दोपहर में हम एक नदी के पास बैठे। रवि हंसा और मैं भी हंसा। शाम को हम थक गए और घर लौटे। रात में सभी सोए। वह दिन बहुत मजेदार था।
Okay. I know it's a long paragraph. There are some new words, so I want to slow it down. I want very good, awesome, awesome reading. I want to read it a few more times, just so that everybody can process it. Anyaji, you know Devanagari?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you read it?
Okay. कल मेरा दोस्त रवि गांव आया। वो सुबह जल्दी उठा और मेरे घर आया। मैं भी बाहर गया और हम दोनों जंगल की ओर चले। वहाँ एक पक्षी उड़ा और हम रुके। पक्षी बहुत तेज उड़ा, फिर एक पेड़ पर बैठा। दोपहर में हम एक नदी के पास बैठे। रवि हंसी और मैं भी हंसी। शाम को हम थक गए और घर लौटे। रात में सभी सोए। वो दिन बहुत मजेदार था।
Beautiful. Okay. Now I want to hear the experience when somebody, because native speakers, when they're speaking it, they're usually fast. Okay. You heard it twice. Austin G, I'm going to give you the chance. Maybe try to pick up a pace slightly.
Okay. कल मेरा दोस्त रवि गाँव आया। वो सुबह जल्दी उठा और मेरे घर आया। मैं भी बाहर गया और हम दोनों जंगल की ओर चले। वहाँ एक पक्षी उड़ा और हम रुके। पक्षी बहुत तेज उड़ा, फिर एक पेड़ पर बैठा। दोपहर में हम एक नदी के पास बैठे। रवि हंसा और मैं भी हंसा। शाम को हम थक गए और घर लौटे। रात में सभी सोए। वो दिन बहुत मजेदार था।
Okay, beautiful. So you see it like he same thing, but and the reason I wanted that is it's the same sentences. You are familiar with most of the verbs. We've done it in the class. It's just like they're stitched together with some additional nouns there. Okay, but you all done fabulous job. Now what we'll do, we'll split it one by one, sentence by sentence, so it makes sense to you. So Michael ji, I want you to do the first line.
All right. So yesterday my friend Ravi came to my village.
The word is gaon is village. Ravi is a friend. Okay, so kal yesterday. It's like, why don't you do the full splitting because you're doing everything anyways.
Why don't I do what? Sorry.
One by one, so that way, one more time. Read it in Devanagari or Romanagari and then
Okay.
translate.
All right. Kal mera dost Ravi gamv aya. Yesterday, my friend Ravi gamv, the village Aya, came.
Okay, next one. Keep going.
वह सुबह जल्दी उठा और मेरे घर आया. He came early in the morning. No, he early in the morning woke up and to my house came.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Keep going.
मैं B. Bahar gaya और हम दोनों जंगल की ओर चले. I also Bahar gaya came outside.
Yeah, came
Went
outside.
outside, and we both to the forest, a place in the forest went.
Ki or is towards.
Oh, towards the forest went.
Yeah, towards. Yeah, very good. Ki or we will do ki or later on, but hum dono chale. If it is hard, if any of these middle words are hard, just look at the subject and look at the verb, and it will make sense to you. If I'm new, I could just read hum chale. Hum chale. Okay, we walked. Itself will make sense. Vah utha. If it is hard, मेरा दोस्त आया. Okay, वह उठा. Okay, मैं गया. Okay, if it is hard for you, for the, if you're completely new, that's what I would say. In the Romanagari, just keep the main pronoun and the verb. Okay, it will make sense to you because in the previous slide, that's what we did. Very, very basic stuff. Yeah, and that's how you will build. So, hum dono. Next one, Anong, I want you to read from here. Waha.
वहाँ एक पक्षी उड़ा और हम रुके. There is a one bird and we stop.
One more time, what is pakshi?
वहाँ एक पक्षी उड़ा और हम रुके. There is one bird flying and we stop.
Very good. A bird flew, past tense, and we
Patent ura, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. पक्षी बहुत तेज उड़ा. फिर एक पेड़ पर बैठा. The bird is fly is very fast. Then there is one tree.
Yeah, so the bird flew, बहुत तेज is very
fast. Yes.
So the bird flew very fast. Okay. Fair is
Dense egg pen is one tree. Barbeta is sit on. Don't know how to translate for it.
You're doing great. Sat on a tree. You're doing great. Sat on a tree. Okay. Beautiful.
Okay. Dopahaming.
Yes.
Dopahaming of afternoon. हम एक नदी के पास बैठे. Afternoon we sit near the river.
Beautiful. Wonderful. So दोपहर में, as you said, in the afternoon, हम
एक नदी के पास, it means near the river. We sit near the river.
Beautiful. So for folks, if it is hard, just look at the pronoun or subject. Hum बैठे. We sat.
Sorry. We sat near the river.
You're doing great. Okay, by the way, don't worry. Wonderful. I'm gonna have someone else now read it. Okay. Josh, you want to do the next one?
Okay. Ravi Hansa or मैं by Hansa.
What is Hasna?
Yes. Hasna.
To
laugh, yes.
Laugh.
Yes,
So then
laugh. So Ravi laughed and I also laughed.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know what B is.
That's right. B, it's as it implies, I did, I too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
शाम को हम थक गए और घर लौटे.
So thakna, we've not done it. To thak jana is to get tired.
Okay, so in the evening, we will become tired and got it's home, so latte.
What is lotna?
Latna. That's a good question.
Here you go.
What is latna?
It's right in front of you.
Oh, latna, to return. So we'll return
Yeah.
home. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So say one more time.
Sham ko hum thak gaye aur ghar late. So in the evening, we will get tired and go home.
We got tired. Everything
We
is
got
past.
tired.
We got
We
tired.
got tired and went home.
Yes, and return home.
Okay. And
Excellent.
returned home. Okay.
Unaji, why don't you wrap up?
रात में सभी सोए वह दिन बहुत मजेदार था. So I assume it says after something with sleeping. So
We slept in the night. Because they were saying we got all tired and we came home.
yeah, रात में means
So Raat is night. In the night, Sabhi is all.
all slept.
Basically, they had an exhausting day.
Yeah.
They came home, they slept, and then Bahadin.
And that day was funny.
Was fun. Good job.
Fun. Yeah.
So I know this is sort of the exercise. The story was, I can tell you, it's for intermediate and above, but I served it to all of you basically, which includes people from all levels. So I'm really happy. I know it was hard. It was definitely hard, right? So and if you are still able to crack half of it, I think you're doing way better than because for the first class, imagine we started from like where we started from, right? So you should be happy. When we started, we didn't even know about the difference between intransitive and transitive. So first we introduced the concept of that. Okay, then we learned about how do you conjugate these like verbs. Okay, so we learned rules around that, right? How do you conjugate it? Then we learned pretty fast about how to translate these, right? And then
I had a question about the reading.
Yes.
The hum dono jungle key. What is the key there with jungle key?
Jungle key or towards the jungle.
And walk towards the jungle? We both walk towards the jungle?
Yes, jungle ki or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, jungle ki or.
Thank you.
So,
Jungle ki, just like you have ki taraf, it's ki or.
So may I say something?
Yeah, please.
So instead of saying jungle key, should it be ki taraf or ki disha?
Ki disha mein, yeah, it's correct. Jungle ki disha mein chale, jungle ki or chale, jungle ki taraf chale. They all are the same. Yeah. So what I would say, take a screenshot of this one. I have the translation also. You can watch the recording also, but here's what I would say. Second homework, you start from this particular story, remove all the extra words, just keep the subject and the verb, and at least mera dost aaya, वह उठा और घर आया. Okay, मैं गया और हम चले. Okay, so just do that and then start from there and see which words are new to you. For example, हम थक गए, I told you it's a new, so I would not be surprised. But your goal is to how eventually Austin read, like he read pretty fast, right? And even as a beginner or beginner plus, try to see if you can read it a little bit faster. It'll help you. Even if you're reading from the Roman Agri, it will improve your sort of processing as you are, even at the beginner level, right? So I'm going to take a pause. I know I have another story, but we are way over time. So I'm going to just give you that as a optional homework. Okay, I know there's a lot of homework. So it's an optional homework. This time I wrote it in English. You have to, and this is only honestly for the intermediate and above only, like, try to see if you can say this story without writing it down, just on the fly. So I'm going to post it on our WhatsApp community. Yeah. And for beginners, if you want to give it a try, I would just say do it one by one sentence at a time. Yeah. Right. I'm going to post it. I know I went over a lot of material, so I want you guys to feel a little bit relaxed now. So for folks who watched live on Facebook, thank you so much. Definitely consider joining us live on Sunday, so we can interact with you as well. And so I'm going to stop.